Hi guys, Shani here. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to talk about how I became a fragrance junkie and how it all started and where I'm at today. So let's begin because we're going to go down the rabbit hole and it's a long ass hole, okay? Prior to 4 years, fragrance was like non-existent to my life. Like it didn't exist. Okay, the only time I get perfumes are when it's usually like around Christmas, holiday time, birthday time. That's the only time I'm getting like fragrance or perfume where somebody else is gifting me that fragrance or perfume. I never went out to purchase perfume for myself prior to 4 years ago. And one being that I just always assume like I can't trust anywhere else to get perfume, and because people replicate perfume all the time, so I would have to go to Macy's or Bloomingdale's or one of them stores and get perfume, and those perfume are usually expensive, and also my anxiety goes through the roof being at that counter and seeing thousands of perfume and people really don't know how to explain what the hell what is, and I really don't even know who am I and what I like, so I'm like totally confused with all of that. So I just eliminate perfume purchases altogether. But I was always a person that like really connect with scent, and always connect memory to scent and emotions to scent, how something smells. Like for example, I have I'll give you like a quick example. Right here I have the Coach Blossom Citrine, and I realized that I really like citrus notes, and I realized I like citrus notes because it brings me back to like my childhood days. We used to have a lime tree in our backyard. I used to play in that lime tree was like a dome, so I used to go inside the lime tree and play with my bros, and that was like one of the happiest time in my life, like when everything was innocent and you didn't know the cruelty of the world. So every time I smell like citrus smelling things, whether it be lemonade or lime juice or whatever, it always bring me back to a happy place in that little dome playing with my bros at the age of like 3 or 4 or something. So that's what I mean where scent is connected to like my memory. I always had that. I just didn't know. I just like how I have this perfume, the Coach Citrine, the Coach Blossom Citrine, just like how I have this. I didn't know that I could use something like this perfume to trigger that memory. I just thought maybe the memory would just trigger if I like squeeze some limes or squeeze some lemons or drink a glass of lemonade, trigger it like that. I didn't know I could actually remember something just by having it like capture in a bottle, so to speak. I was always like a fashion junkie. I love clothes, I love shoes, I love handbags, love sunglasses, and when I love something, I'm obsessive. Like I want it in every different color, I want it in every different shape, every different style, I want it in all sorts of different designers. I'm just like a super junkie. So I was always like a fashion junkie, and I used to watch a lot of YouTube videos on fashion and bloggers, and one of the major ones is Charles Gross. Like I used to love watch. First of all, he's funny as hell. He cracks me the hell up, and he used to talk about a lot of bags that were like underdog, which I enjoy. I want to know about the bag that not everybody have, but it's still beautiful. So I used to love watch him for that. And I remember watching him one time. He loves perfume as well. He's not a perfume guru, neither am I. I don't know jack squat about. I don't know the backstory about perfume. I just love scents, and I am a perfume enthusiast, but I'm not a perfume professional. And he wasn't, which I could like relate to now, but back then I just watched him because of the handbags, And so I remember him getting his bottle of Victor and Rolf Flower Bomb, and remember how he just lights up with that scent. He loved that scent. And I watched it and I kept it moving, And then Christmas rolls around and I have a brother in Brooklyn. Every time I see him, it's like a happy place for me. And he came down. Guys, it's going to still be super, super confusing because I have a lot of brothers. So I had one in Jamaica. He came up from Jamaica to visit my mom. My brother in Brooklyn found out that he was here and he decided to come to the Bronx to get me and my brother and hang out for the night. And so he decided he was going to get my brother Blue de Chanel. He says that's the panty dropper. He says that's the panty dropper. And he got to get it for his younger bro. So I'm like, whatever. So he says, I'm going to get this from Macy's, which I'm already like trying to like back out. Like, can I go somewhere else? Can I do something else? Because I don't want to be in Macy's shopping for no perfume, especially at Christmas time. That's like a horror story right there. And he was like, no, you're coming with us and you're going to pick up a bottle of perfume for yourself. And so I went in right away. I see the Victor and Rolf. Right away I remember Charles Gross, and I'm like, okay, I got to smell this. Charles Gross says it was great, so I got to smell this perfume. My bro, he also liked the Spice Bomb from Victor and Rolf. He really loved it. That's the one from Jamaica. And my other brother was adamant and getting him the Panty Dropper. So his birthday is in January. January 9th is his birthday. So I decided to get him the Spice Bomb for his birthday. And that was the first time I ever spent so much money on a fragrance ever. And I went into Lord & Taylor and I purchased that thing full price. And it was like the best money spent because my brother was like so floored by it. And I'm like, wow, how, like, I didn't, because I always gave like clothes for gifts. I didn't realize how like emotionally connected fragrance are, as gift if you get the right fragrance. So anyways, fast forward in the past from Charles Gross. Now not only am I paying attention to the handbags that he's talking about, I'm now looking for his hauls, like his perfume collection or whatever perfume he got here, there, and there. And I know he always mentioned like Chanel No. 5. That is his hands down favorite perfume. And so I decided like I gotta get the Chanel No. 5. I mean, he was right about the Victor and Rolf Flower Bomb. He's gonna be right about the Chanel No. 5. And he says it smells like granny, and it does smell like granny. But me, I grew up around old people. Like, I'm always around. As a child, I was always the kid. I'm amongst a whole bunch of old ladies. So that smell is like very nostalgic to me. It reminds me of being at my grandmother's church and being around her, talking to like a whole bunch of different old ladies, and you having that little Shipra musky type, Elizabeth Taylor something smell. And so the Chanel No. 5 brought me back to that scent, and I don't wear it. I'll show it to you. Oh, I'm talking to you guys and I don't even show you. I have them behind me. This is the original bottle for the Victor and Rolf that my brother had got me. I didn't throw out the bottle because I keep it for sentimental reason. I always have a bottle in the back. Like this is a scent that's always going to be in my collection. And this is the Chanel No. 5. You could see like I only spray it when I want to go back down to memory lane, but it's not something I'm going to wear on the street. I actually wore it on the street one time and I was very self-conscious. So that was also from Charles Gross. I ended up picking up the My Burberry as well because he said it was nice and I trust his judgment, so I ended up getting it. And I actually have 2 bottles of that. You guys saw me show you the other bottle that I got with the flakes inside. So that was the whole shenanigans with. That's how it all started. But it got batshit crazy after Jeremy Fragrance. That's when shit hit the fan, okay? So from the Christmas prior, you know, I go to Marshalls and I go to TJ Maxx and I'll pick up a perfume here or there. If I see like a designer, this is when I was making all sorts of mistakes with fragrance, like all sorts. So I would just buy perfume now whenever I see based on designer, okay? And most of those perfume I give away, give to whoever. But the following Christmas now is rolling around, and I wanted to get perfume as gifts because my Victor and Rolf Spice Bomb was a super hit with my bro. I wanted to get perfume for everybody. Now I used to always give clothes and shoes as gifts, but this year I wanted to give perfume for everyone. You know. Now Googling what's best fragrance, female fragrances, best men fragrances, best fragrances for teenager, YouTubing the whole shit trying to figure out which one is best for what age, because I have nephews that's in their teens, I have my brother that's in his 20s, my mom, my sister that's in her 30s. So I'm trying to figure out all of this, right? And oh my god, Jeremy fragrance dropped right in my lap. Not literally in my lap, but there was this top 10 best female fragrance. That YouTube video was so well done and so convincing, like OMG. It was super convincing. I ended up purchasing his number one favorite was the Ylang in Gold by M. McAleeve. This is like, I mean guys, I'm gonna link the video of that video somewhere over here so you could see it for yourself. But that's when shit went down the rabbit hole quicker than you can say oh for me, you know what I'm saying? Because he was so convincing that my sister is like hell up cheap, okay? And he was so convincing that she ended up purchasing the Ylang in Gold. And she ended up purchasing, these are my sisters. She gave them to me so I could show it to you. She ended up purchasing the Rihanna, I don't remember what this is called, Rebel, I think, Rihanna Rebel. La Vie Belle from Lancome, and Poison Girl Dior, just by his recommendation. Now this is pretty affordable. These two are hella expensive, and she also has the Ylang in Gold, this one, which this is like a $200 perfume right here. And she ended up purchasing these from his recommendation, and she is frugal as hell. Now I like clearance, I like to get things on sale, but I'm the type of person, like, if I can't get it on sale, if I can't find a clearance for it, it's just easy for me to talk myself into why I need it. My sister on the other hand, hell nah. And he, like, that's when I learned about niche, because I didn't know who this was. M. McAleeve, who the hell is that? You know, I didn't know who that was. And then I went down the rabbit hole, niche perfume. And then I found out about oud perfumes. And so, what is oud? Oud is this mysterious Mediterranean scent that is uncommon to the Western nose. So I had to go buy a whole bunch of oud perfumes. So that's pretty much how I became like a junkie. It started with my bro. He's the one that opened the door. Charles Gross kind of like was that friend that was like egging me on, like, yeah, you should do it, you should get that, you should do it. And Jeremy Fragrance is the one that like made me went batshit crazy and like start, like, don't care about prices, don't care about, just have like this addiction to smell. Like his whole line is getting fragrances that are like the opposite sex would like. So that was helpful for me during getting the Christmas gifts or whatever. It was helpful for me then, you know. But now, like, I'm so into this world. Like, I could name Perfume pros come right off my head. I enjoy watching the backstory of Perfume, how it was created, the history, you know. This is so crazy how 4 years ago this whole world for me. I don't have space in my room, guys. I don't have space. I don't have space to walk in my room between the shoes, the clothes, the jackets, the sunglasses. I used to have a little space to walk, but now Perfume take it over. And I'm like a little hoarder in my bedroom. As you think I'm joking, I'm not. I'm a little hoarder in my bedroom. I really appreciate the reason I decided to make a YouTube channel to have to to put my little input in this fragrance world is because I really appreciate fragrances. You know, I smell something and it would trigger memories that even if it makes me sad. Like, for instance, smelling perfume that has boozy notes in it makes me sad because it makes me remember a relationship I had with a person that was alcoholic. It makes me sad. But it's a memory that I appreciate. I have that memory because it's a part of who I am, and it's a part of my my character, you know. So I enjoy going down memory lanes, and it's nice to, like, have something in your hand that you could just spray. I mean, amongst other things, of course, perfume makes you that much more attractive. It makes you that much more interesting because people remember you from your scent, or it boosts your confidence. It does all those things. But for me, I really enjoy the story it tells me. I really do. And had my brother not forced me to go purchase that bottle of Victorian Ralph, I wouldn't be making this YouTube video. So thanks for watching, guys. Bye.